Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, people. So for those that haven't seen the Sarcasm City Sports Q&As before, the audience, the lovely audience, the citizens of the city of Sarcasm run this show. So get your sporting questions in, people. It can be any sport. It can be football. It can be basketball. It can be boxing, F1, whatever you want to ask about, get your questions in. And if you are a member of the channel, people, link for the membership is in the pinned comment. But if you are a member of the channel, your comment, your question takes priority like a super chat. So if you ask a question as a member, I will start your question and I will get to it. Of course, if you super chat, I'll get to your comment and question as well. Big up to everyone who is already locked in. Make sure you hit the like button on the video, though. Vitally important you do that. Bump up those likes, people. Bump up those likes. Make sure you share this across all the socials as well. And on top of those two things, make sure you subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV as well. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell, people. I really need to get my hair done as well, but we move. But yes, people, make sure, like I said, hit the like button, hit the share button, and subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. It is rolled to 9,000 subscribers. Big up to Jez in the building as well. The rest of the gang will probably be here as well. As you can see from the title, Newcastle knock out Manchester City, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Arsenal all through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. So I know the vast majority of questions are going to be about that. Obviously, we see Manchester United on Tuesday get past Crystal Palace to also get through to the next round as well. Jesse said it here, Dame to the Bucks, so I'm sure we'll be discussing that. Big up Stephanie G, who says big up Flawless and the gang. Big up Daniel. Doncaster Rovers in the building says big up guys as well. Yes, it definitely opens up an opportunity to now for remaining teams to win it with Manchester City going out 110%. Big up to Mohammed MUFC, says big up Flawless. The good news is that Manchester City is out of the competition. We can win it. GGMU. Yes, we can win it. Big up to Black Diamond, who says like, share, subscribe, support us on our way to 9K subs, Sarcasm City for life as well. Stephanie, big up before I get to this question from Stephanie. Big up to Lewis, who says we won a game, blood. Let's go. You're hilarious, Lewis. But yes, Chelsea winning 1-0 at home to Brighton. And Stephanie G says, question for the panel. Is the Carabao Cup semi-final going to be changed to a one-off game rather than a two-legged tie with home and away? They talked about reducing the numbers of games played. Makes sense to me. Maybe. I don't know.
No, it's gonna be 2 games.
Yeah, I presume so. I don't see why they could change it.
I haven't seen a rule change or that would have said that at the beginning of the season. It's gonna be 2-legged. Even though I find it stupid, it's what it is.
Yeah, it's strange that it's two-legged. You know what I'm saying? It is strange, but hey,
considering that I always said this, like, and I know it's a tradition. I know it's a tradition and it's another trophy, but it's no surprise that every other country doesn't have another cup, but England only have 2 clubs and only 2. It's the only country that has 2 cups still, I think.
Yeah, and 2 domestic cups.
And domestic cups, and then you see the most players also complaining about it because other countries they get at least like a break in January, like a 2-3 week break. Like Bundesliga doesn't during the December period where obviously Premier League football would be on. I think there's like a whole 3 to a month break. I think until the league restarts again, which I like more, to be honest.
No, first.
Yeah, man.
First. No, I hear you, fam. Fair enough. But yeah, Stephanie G, news to me in regards to it. To Eagle MMA, who says, why do Brighton think they're on par with the big clubs? Fans are okay with throwing away cup competitions like they've been winning trophies. I've not, because obviously I don't know any Brighton fans, Eagle MMA, so I can't comment. Yes.
I don't think Brighton were trying to throw the cup away though.
I think he's talking maybe more so about deserve. I don't know the lineup.
I watched the lineup.
Was it a strong lineup?
The lineup wasn't that bad not to beat Chelsea. Let's say it this way, considering what Chelsea's lineup was as well. Ento didn't even start the game today or yesterday.
Okay, let's flip it. Was it close to Brighton's strongest possible lineup?
Let me bring the lineup up because
I legit don't know. I don't know.
So they played Verbruggen in goal. I don't know. Yeah. I don't think he's the starting number 1 because I see Steele more start.
Okay.
And the backline was Van Hecke, Igor, Lamptey, and Estupion. Then the pivot was Baleba and Dahoud. the front four was Matoma, Fati, Buanete, and Petro. So it's like it's a mixture.
Yeah, it's a mix. It's a mixture.
It's a mixture.
Yeah.
But they had some of the key players starting, some of the key players not starting. So I don't know what to say. But for me, it's still a good enough lineup to do something, in my opinion. That's why I say I look at Chelsea's lineup, like they weren't relatively strong as well, I would say, but I don't know. I mean, surprise. They play players in more natural position to play better football. Like we didn't say that. I'll take Cucurella because Cucurella played right back today.
Fair. So yeah, like I was saying, Eagle MMA, I've not seen Brighton fans. I don't know any Brighton fans, so I can't even say that they're happy with fans are okay with throwing cups away. But I think it's silly unless you're in genuine contention for the Premier League and Champions League. Throwing away the domestic cups is stupid. Like if a City fan has that perspective, big up to Surfer as well, and says they don't care too tough about the Carabao Cup, I'd hear it. You know why? Because they're favourites for the Premier League and they're favourites for the Champions League. Fully get that. Anybody else, unless you're, and on the flip side, if you're battling relegation, I understand if you're battling relegation. No, because that's one of the biggest trophies. Well, that's one of three trophies I think they can win. Europa League, FA Cup, League Cup. You ain't in the Champions League. If you're not in the Champions League, you have no reason to be turning your nose up at Carabao Cups unless you're battling relegation. So for instance,
I was saying you don't think they can compete for the league title though. Not saying they can win it, but compete.
No.
Fair enough.
They don't. What they're doing is not sustainable. In regards to, yes, they'll score goals, but you can't keep falling behind. How many games have they fell behind in where they've conceded the first goal?
I think.
Is it not 4 or 5 games? It was the one today.
Probably at least 3. I say at minimum 3 first. I think.
Yeah, you can't be doing that. What is it? It's more than 50% of their games. They did it. They did it today. They did it against Lask. They did it against Wolves. That's 3 off the top of my head. They did it against West Ham. Who else have they played?
I think Newcastle. Yeah, Newcastle.
Yeah, they did it against Newcastle. There's another one in there as well that they did it against. And I can't even remember who.
No, West Ham did.
Oh, yeah, I got you, Eddie. Eddie, I'll send you the link in a sec. And big up Casually FC for the raid as well, man.
Bournemouth of the other team.
So that's what's that? 4 games in 7 matches?
Yeah, 4.
It's not sustainable.
That's
not like to be like is it sustainable enough to go win a Europa League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup? You absolutely. But in regards to competing against that Manchester City side, no, there's no team in the history of the Premier League that's done that consistently. That's won the league. Not one. Just keep falling behind it, and then always gotta be second half FC. Like no.
I mean, what if Klopp adjust the mid-season though?
Oh yeah, they're definitely the closest to Manchester City.
That's the thing, because I don't think they can continue. Because I agree they cannot continue going down first like that, especially if they play better teams as well.
Carry on, fam. Man's here. Carry on.
Yeah, like I don't think they can do that on a consistent basis. I'll be real. So I heard that. So, but then there's also the thing of, is Klopp stupid enough to just let that continue on until the end of the season? I don't know. Like it's just one of them ones, because I don't know. Like I said, I don't understand how they just start off slow games, because even with us, like at times we can start a game slow, but it's not as bad as I see it with Liverpool personally. But then again, they pick it up every time. So it's just one of them ones, to be honest. Just one of them ones.
Yeah, that's legit. That's legit. We will. Hey, big up to Casually FC, Marshall for the raid. Much appreciated. Make sure you subscribe to Casually FC. Sheik, get well soon. TJ Warren, obviously, always good to see you in the chat, my guy. Big up to Prime as well. Continue to get your questions in particular, members. Let's bump up these likes though. What is this? What is this conversion rate, people? How we got over 100 people in here and we have 22 likes? Like check 1 2 1 2. Like check 1 2 1 2.
Is this a City third round Carabao Cup conversion, mate? What is this? Come on.
Let's hold up the likes, people.
We scored more goals at the end of September than you have, suckers. Yeah.
Jokers.
Golden
By
Monster.
the way, I
Nicholas
saw
Jackson.
that lineup. Yeah, I wanted to
and
jump.
before
I
you
wanted
carry
to
on,
jump.
my bad, Cam. I did not see you in the chat. In it. If I was ignoring you, I'd let you know. But big up my guy Cam as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
go on.
saw that. I wanted to jump on the stream to watch the watch along on the watch along, but then I saw the lineup and I said, you know what? Let me just watch the NBA Twitter. Let me see what they say about Lillard because some of these lineups today I was like, nah, let me allow this today.
Nah, first. But yeah, you lot bump up the likes, man. What we doing?
Cool.
Yeah, Eddie, just send you through the link now. Let me see. Sorry, because the chat bumped off as we were start answering the question in regards to Liverpool
By the way,
as
did
well.
you see-
Sheik, like I said, Sheik, get well soon. 1 second. TJ
well
already
soon.
said, yeah, I see you as well. I'm just making sure I start all the best questions. Daniel says, question to Sir for thoughts on Chelsea's win.
Chelsea.
It's up there with the greats. Munich 2012. Any Barcelona match we've had. Winning the titles. It's up there, bro. I don't.
So Chelsea.
Oh, man. If you watched the stream earlier when I was watching both games, I was like, when I thought we scored the second, I was like, yes, we've done something miraculous. We've scored two goals in a match. My God, what's going to happen? And then when they disallowed it, and it was like they brought Danny Welbeck on the sub, and I went, mark this right now. Danny Welbeck dagger. Yeah, something like that. No, it was a typical Chelsea first half performance. Nothing much. Sanchez got let off with a howler. He passed it right to João Pedro, who just chipped it over the bar. So that was something. Ugo Chukwu was lucky to stay on the field. If VAR was there, that would have been reviewed. He would have got sent off.
Oh, yeah, because there's no VAR until the semi-finals of this competition.
Yeah,
right?
very weird that. We're at Premier League ground. You expect there to be VAR. Do you know what I mean? Very weird.
That's facts.
Yeah, Mac Daddy. That's right.
This guy, yo, that is hilarious, yo. That is hilarious. That is hilarious.
Yeah, Jackson scored. It was very good. Cole Palmer set him up. Also very good. Took Mudryk off again. I don't know why he doesn't give Mudryk 90 minutes. I don't know what he's got.
Mudryk looked bright from what I've seen because I was like half watching
right?
your game. I was more watching the Newcastle Manchester City game, but go on.
Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't let him have 90 minutes. You know what I mean? Oh, there we go.
Maybe he has something in his contract. Who knows?
Maybe. Yeah. Cucurella.
Fucking conspiracy theories.
Cucurella played it right back, and he had a shit house game. It wasn't pretty, but he was just booting stuff away. You know what I mean?
He looked busy when I was watching. He looked like he was just busy.
Yeah, he was very busy. Just booting, taking no nonsense, taking some names. But yeah, it was.
If you come close to it, clearance.
Brighton had some chances as well. So yeah, it's a good win. Just move on now. Next round of the League Cup against Blackburn. So,
yeah, you know the Blackburn Rovers. You know it's crazy. Yes, Eddie, what are you saying? Fam, you good?
Yeah, I want to charge the
Go on.
the governing parties, whoever the fuck thought it was a good idea to give us Newcastle in the next round.
Hey, don't do that. Don't do that.
Corruption.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
This is what 12 in a row where you got a home show.
Yeah,
don't do that.
As I said, we should have ran it back, man. I wanted Exeter, but here we are. Yes, Taz, what are you saying? You good?
Yo, I'm doing good. Hope everyone's well.
Bless. Yeah, man, you already know. Big up to TJ who says, Flawless, how you feeling about the Newcastle matchup? Are you expecting
bullshit? That's how I'm feeling. I'm sorry to steal your thunder.
It's cool, man.
No, you're playing at home. Why you?
Hey, yes, we're talking about a competition you're no longer in.
Hey, you know what?
Nobody gives a fuck.
Hey, you know what? My counterpart on that. I'm telling that. You know what? Liverpool all the way. Saying like I don't want none of your niggas to win this. So you know what? I'm still in it.
Sounds good.
It just sound like just switching allegiance to Liverpool.
Do us all a favor. And shut the fuck up, then, huh? How about that?
If we're talking about competition, Spurs will in. Jess would have to be on a fucking stream. You know what I mean?
Sounds like a good fucking idea to me. I'll sign up for that plan twice. I'll overpay. What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh,
Shut
man.
the fuck up, man. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
Don't
You
do
won
that.
fucking
Man,
a couple of games, and now you got all this shit.
We're out here trophy
Shut the
talking.
fuck up,
Speaking
Jess.
of
Know your
trophy, I'm
fucking
not sure you
place.
understand.
You haven't won a trophy since 2008. You haven't won a
Yes,
trophy
you
since
said-
2008.
You're like what? You're like
Shut the fuck
eight.
up.
What are you talking about?
You little.
Shut up.
He's in the building.
You
Hey,
little nappy
Mutazo,
ass
Mutazo,
bitch.
So
Fuck
you're
you.
10 in again.
Fuck
Yeah,
you.
you're
Fuck
10
your
again.
fat ass manager.
Alright.
Fuck his
Yo, let me get to
Australian
this.
accent.
Hey,
Fuck the
hey,
kangaroos out there.
people.
Fuck you too.
People, you can tell. You can tell the Premier League is well and truly under the weight. Well and truly
Hey,
in full
tell
flow, I
Ghana to
should
get
say.
their get back, man. Suarez
But
took
yeah,
your
in
chance.
regards to this,
Pakistan to
yo,
make a
you
World
man,
Cup.
chill, man.
What the hell?
Yo, chill. Let me get to the
Shut the
question,
fuck
man.
up.
How am I feeling about that Newcastle match about expecting to win? Expecting to win is too far. Do I think we get past Newcastle? Yes, because it is at home. However, more annoyance because when you look like they're easily one of the toughest opponents you could face. Like outside of Liverpool, they're the third best team we could have faced, and we drew them. Just that look. You know what I'm saying, out of all the teams, I really wanted a favorable draw. Glad it's at home. That's legit. So yeah, and Tashiku asked a similar question. Flawless draw against Newcastle at home, I believe should be a good test for us. It will be a good test, and like I said, I think we will get past them, but it's just unnecessary grief. You know what I'm saying? And that it's just unnecessary for real. Big up Lewis in the cut as well. Yes, fam. What are you saying?
Up
You good?
the shells. We did it, guys.
These Chelsea fans have been starving.
We got a goal of the month winner.
Oh. And Ed said it was actually a decent finish. He says, "Who's playing left wing now? Chilwell's done his hamstring." We'll go to you on that, Lewis.
Mudrick.
Yeah,
Chill
but it's
well,
Mudryk,
get
yeah.
well soon. Take all the time you need, my friends. All the time you need. Come back whenever you're ready. And make sure you're well rested as well so you don't get another injury. Don't rush him back at all. Don't rush him back. Yeah, well soon.
Fairs. You echo that, sir. You think it'll be Mudryk?
What, left back?
No, left wing.
Oh, sorry.
You said he's playing left wing. Yeah.
I don't know with this guy. He might play Mudryk at left back. I have no idea.
Cucurella left wing. It might be
I'll tell you
Cucurella.
right now, if I see Mudryk at left back on Craven Cottage, I'm humanly combusting on the stream somewhere. I don't really know what I mean. Yeah, I presume it's not. Let's not pause, you fucking freak.
I don't know
you know,
what combustible was. That just sounded crazy, bro. My fault. I don't know what
Jesus,
that
Eddie,
Hey,
come on, man. You're a
I'm
smarter
with
guy
you,
than
Eddie,
that. Come on, man.
meant. I ain't know what that meant, bro.
I expect that from Tarzan or Jez, but not you, bro. I give you more credit.
I'll do
Yeah,
better. I'll do better.
I don't know why my name was mentioned here. I heard
Shut up,
the-
Jez.
no, shut up.
It goes like that. We're all in unison about certain things.
Yo, you know
Yeah.
what's crazy?
Shut the fuck
Everyone
up.
crashing
There
on
we go,
Jess
people.
because he's happy. Yeah, and everyone's like, "Yo, fuck you, Jess."
Yeah.
Hey, I've been getting the questions since last night. Like, bro, I just tweeted one tweet and everybody
no
just
one
questioned
cares,
me.
man.
No.
Yeah,
Jess,
This
go
is
to
the only
tweet.
one here
hold
that's
up.
won the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, go to his diary.
Hold up.
Yeah.
That tweet, that was on you. You knew exactly what you was doing with that
Yeah.
tweet. It was
What does
wild.
that
You
mean?
deserve it. You
Well,
know
I don't
exactly what
know.
you was doing with that tweet.
I
Big
don't
up
know, I
to
don't know what that means, but
Cats for the super chat. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. You just put Lewis proper
Lewis
Big
proper
up
Chelsea.
Ilya, bro.
Hey,
Big up my
Ilya.
guy.
Big up for the
We'll be
super
live
chat, man.
tomorrow. Had to
Much
go drink to
appreciated.
celebrate. It's
Make
been
sure
a
you-
while.
There you go, people. So make sure you subscribe to Lewis's channel. Links underneath in the description on this live stream and every live stream. Ed says, Lewis, you got blind faith in Poch now with a laughing emoji.
No, that game was ugly as sin. We're just lucky
Wow.
we got a jammy goal and ran with it. Suddenly the defensive tactics were actually
hit a
useful.
barn door.
I
You
am
are
not getting anything twisted off that game. Just thank the Lord we won because I want this trophy. That's just it. We got Blackburn, nice little tie. Should go through them. City's out. Hey, there's a chance.
Exeter Port Vale next round after that. That's what I winner of that.
And speaking of that, Sheik mentioned this. He said, he put laughing emojis. I wanted a Port Vale away and a flawless vlog. I hear you, Sheik. You know what I'm saying? If I ever did go, then I would have 100%. But yeah, I wanted Port Vale at home, not even away. But hey, we moved. We got Newcastle, unfortunately. It sucks, but here we are. And yeah, you lot bump up the likes, man. There's over 115 of you lot in here. About 32 likes. What is going on? Girls up to 70 likes, people. Mods, please get everybody liking. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you are indeed new. Continue to get your questions in. Members, I'm starring all your questions as well. So if you see me go into the same names, I'm not ignoring anybody. It's just one of the perks. Link for the membership is in the pinned comment. And of course, course, if you super chat like Ilyas just did then, I will get to your comment as well. TJ saying, I'm going to laugh when Chelsea go out to Blackburn. Barely got past Wimbledon, you know. How are Blackburn, though? What are they doing? Like, in regards to, they're in the championship. Like, how are they doing in the championship is what I'm asking.
I don't know, but I expect a W.
No, not
I don't care how it comes. Play the ugliest football as you want in the cup. Because it's just about getting by. But in the league, play to win. Play to win.
Yeah. Oh, they're like mid-table.
Mid-table, okay. Because I don't know anything about Blackburn. Nothing like in regards to how they're doing. Yes, Prime, what are you saying? You good?
Yeah, man. I think I know what Potter's trying to do.
Go on and get to it. What do you think he's trying to do?
He's losing games in the league, so teams underestimate us in the Carabao Cup, man. Smart man.
Hey, man. He's playing 4D chess, man. 4D chess. Yes. What's this? Mohammed MUFC says Fabrizio Romano claims Sevilla looked into signing Hannibal over the summer and their interest has not subsided despite the summer window long since closing. Oh, is that the case? All right. Fez?
Apparently, we're given a new contract. His one expires.
How old is Hannibal?
It's like 19.
Okay. I was just asking out of interest. That's it. Yeah, these are not convinced. Ed saying scrape to win versus Wimbledon and Brighton City. Ain't no easy games for Chelsea. They should get
standards. Rise up to the standards. Blackburn is an easy game and it's a must win.
I don't know. Ed, who do you support?
It wasn't Brighton C team. Like you saw a couple A team players on the pitch.
Mitoma.
Pedro.
Mitoma got locked up by a left back on the right.
I mean, a relegation team just beat a European super team in Brighton. So, like, let's give us some respect. Come on, guys.
Joe, man. Swear down.
Hey, talking about left wingers getting locked up. Can we talk about Keira Knightley? This guy's been getting away with it.
Oh, he's talking about Jack Grealish. Go on, talk about it. The floor's yours.
I'll address by
taking liberties, yo.
Keira Knightley.
You meant me there.
This little, you know what I'm saying? Let me not even say what I was gonna say, but
yeah, please don't. Yeah, go on. Carry on.
You know it's bad if he had to check himself.
Yeah,
hey, bro, it was. No
wonder on YouTube they keep trying to demonetize the live streams. But go on, carry on, fam. The floor is yours.
Yeah, just 3 good months to end the season last year, and this guy thought, he was him, he was all this, he was all that. Mm-hmm. Now they got Doku in, and he's already looking twice the player he is. Bro, he got locked up by Livramento, bro. Like, he gave him no chance.
Livramento's a good player. He's a good player. Don't do that.
All right. You tell that to yourself.
No, bro.
He got locked up by Livramento. Yes. Am I talking or are you talking? Shut the fuck up.
No. I'm just saying, you coupled with that one.
Yeah, I don't care.
Continue.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I want smoke with Jets today. I'm not gonna lie, but
bro, you just.
I seen City fans, like even the most positive City fans on Twitter, bro, call this guy out. They're tired of him. Like almost I've seen so many City fans be like, bro, this guy's not effective. This guy doesn't do anything. Doku's gonna steal all his minutes. I don't think he's barely started for them in the league since Doku's come in and Foden's fit.
I thought he was injured.
Huh?
He was injured.
I thought he was injured.
Bro, and he's been getting like today he was getting cooked on the tee. I wasn't even watching the City game like that, but I caught like the last 25 minutes of it because I wanted to see Chelsea lose. But like that was just
hold. Wins at Brighton. Wins at home against Brighton aren't for everybody.
Yeah, against the CT. But yeah, that's another story.
Yeah, hold that.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Wasn't a fan. Not a fan of that one.
I called you a
you don't like that.
You better idiots on my life.
This guy Grealish.
Go on, carry on, yo. Get to Grealish. Go on, carry on.
Bro, I'm telling you, if he doesn't kick on this season, I think it's cooked for him because I don't know, man. We got to look deeply into that because at one point he was the most expensive transfer in the Premier League, and let's be real, in his entire City tenure so far, he's only had like 2 good months. Like post World Cup last year, he was good, but like not even that. Like the crazy thing is, since Casemiro has been here, Grealish has had more GA. He's had more GA than Grealish. Casemiro meant to be a 6. And Grealish is playing in legit the best team in the world who create chances like it's no tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that having watched
I'm
the
gonna give my
game.
thoughts on it, but go on, fam.
I watched the game. Doku didn't actually do anything when he came on today either. Livramento locked him up as well. So they didn't do.
We've seen
did.
Doku this year though.
Yeah, I know, but he didn't. But we also know Jack Grealish has just come back from injury as well. So I understand what you're saying, but I think it might be the criticism. We might be going over the top. He's only just come back. Let's see what he does. Livramento locked both guys down. Doku didn't. I actually there's a bit on the stream where I looked at the screen and I didn't even remember Doku coming on the pitch until there's a picture of him where it said he's had the least touches so far in the game. Like that. It was just one of those that City. There was a stat where during the first half it said how many touches they had in the final third, and Newcastle had 1 and City had 39. And then came back about 25 minutes later, and Newcastle still had 1 and City had 81.
Literally, it was half an hour. That's what the commentator said. It was like you could have went left and watched the whole episode of Emmerdale, and they still would have had a touch.
Newcastle didn't do anything until like the 40th minute when they had the half, and they really didn't do. They really had a 10-minute period where they won the game with either side of the half. So, but yeah, back to the Grealish thing. Yeah, he didn't have a good game today. I agree with you. Livramento played very well against him. But then Doku didn't.
Bro, Doku turned him on his second try. Grealish tried to take him on like 7-8 times. He couldn't. Legit. Okay, this is from a City fan.
Here's the thing.
And that quote, right? Yeah. The way Grealish kills all attacks is so impressive, man. Special talent. And I quote.
So we're gonna take one game. We're gonna take one game to go.
But I'm just saying, as a whole, right? This guy gets lauded as this amazing player, right? Everyone else is shit. Diaz is shit. Son is shit, and it's all hail Grealish because he's somewhat pleasing on the eye. But then when you look at actual performances and output, it's not all there. I'm just saying, like this whole discourse of Grealish, like last season, he's the best left winger in the Prem. I'm not hearing it, bro. This guy, bro, he's so overrated. Overrated.
One is because the quality of left wingers last season weren't good to general. Like after Grealish or before Grealish, the only one that you can mention is probably Dortmund. That's it. Like I can't really think of any other.
What?
Martinelli. Outside Dortmund, I couldn't think of any other. I can't think of any other left wingers last season that were better than Grealish. To be honest, like
Rashford was better than him.
Sorry.
Yes, when he was healthy, was better than him.
Rashford been so asked this season. I forgot about last season, but Rashford. Who else?
Bro, Matoma was better than him. What are we talking about here?
Let's don't act like Matoma didn't die at the end of the season.
Bro, but Grealish was dead at the start of the season.
We saying no. One second.
He's in Cucurella's pocket.
We saying that
he did just get pocketed by Cucurella.
No. We saying that Grealish
right back.
He's talking about Livramento.
What I want to say is that Grealish, we can say Grealish didn't start it last season well, but then at least he had that 6 months period. Matoma started off this season.
6 months period. What are you talking about? Yeah, 3 months.
No, he's good from the World Cup. He's good from the back of the World Cup. It's like 5 months.
It was, bro. I remember exactly when he picked up his form. It was from February till May.
The thing is, though, I don't really see Grealish get hyped like that anyway.
Nah, bro.
I don't really see Grealish get hyped.
You live in a different world than I do, bro. That's
that's facts.
This guy get lauded, bro. Oh my god. I know, Victor. I know. I would not take Grealish.
I don't really see him.
Another thing what I wanted to say is, even then, so what? Like, if Doku comes in and replaces him, nobody's gonna cry about it, right? Because Doku is there performing well. Like, it would be a different story if Doku wasn't going to be performing. Then we would be saying, should Doku be starting? Should Grealish be starting? But again, it's a
crazy part.
When is it fair though? When is it fair though to say that the Grealish has been a flop, right? For the expectations and the money he's coming.
But you know what
the team he's playing in, right? 100 million in that market, and that wasn't even the crazy market that we're seeing now with Mudryk 100 million.
Yeah,
that was still
like 2 years ago.
No, but do you know
that was semi decent still.
But you know,
because then at the end of this year it would be 3 years.
No, that's correct. No, that's a valid point.
I heard that, but no.
But the reason why we don't talk about City flops is because nobody cares. That's why.
That's one reason.
That's why.
Another
The thing is, nobody cares. What City flop?
100%.
What City flop do we talk about? If they
But
are,
here's the
Black
thing.
Lives say this. No one
There hasn't
cares.
been many though. Name
No. That's not what I said though. Forget if there's been many.
Gavi Garcia.
We don't talk about Calvin Phillips is a flop. We don't chat about it. We don't talk about it.
There. But this is his second year. This is
No, but I'm saying is
year.
no, but I'm saying so. No, the point
Rodwell.
I'm making. No, the point I'm making is so far he's been a flop. The point that I'm making is even if Calvin Phillips continues at the rate he's at, we don't talk about it because it's Manchester City. We do
also
not care.
he was 40 million. Grealish was 100 million. There's
40 million,
levels.
100 million, 140 million. The point that I'm making is we don't care about Manchester City's flops. We don't. I don't know why this is a shock to you. We don't talk about any of that.
100%. But my point
care.
is, right? This is my point. If you're gonna give the guy praise when he's playing well, you have to give the same energy when he's not.
playing no.
And majority of his time, he's not been good at City.
But this
Majority.
is what I'm saying. Nobody cares about City that much, though.
That's the
City,
thing.
City went
Bro,
3 times.
but that's not the point, though.
No,
Your
no,
argument is completely something else.
Go on, Eddie. Say what you was gonna say. Go on.
Bruh, what was he bought at City to do? He wasn't really even bought like that to change their fucking outlook. Like he wasn't supposed to be this game changer. He just cost 100 million because that's what Aston Villa valued him at. Like for I mean, if you want to use the flop, bust, whatever word to describe his time at City, that's cool. But at the grand scheme of things, they're gonna recognize him as a fucking treble winner, a player who had a part to play in that. Like it's not like he didn't have bad games while they were going for the treble. So if you want to shit on him now, I mean that's cool. But in the grand scheme of things, nobody really cares. One, because it's City. Two, because they're still gonna win shit. And three, because like again,
Exactly. That's
he's
what
like even the whole goal. If you're just going based off of goals and assists thing, that's not why people rate Jack Grealish. That's not why I rate Jack Grealish.
Okay,
But
was he even prolific at Villa?
no, he played good. Like
it was his overall game that was more the impact.
Yeah.
if you're not giving me goals and assists, at least give me performances.
Yeah, and I hate it.
If it's not either, then that's
Hang on a minute.
not good enough, though, right?
It's a mix though, because he has had times when he's not played well at City, but then he's had times where he's played well at City. And when you play well and help a team win a treble, that does buy you time. That's why I wouldn't go as far. That's why, sorry, before you go, Surfer, that's why I'm not saying he's a flop. But I'm saying even if he is a flop, because it's City, no one cares. They could sign a player for 200 M's and we forget about it eventually for a world record fee. Because they win. Until they don't win,
but like
that's when it'll be a
Phillips,
conversation.
right? Can you think of any others? I honestly can't.
Well, flops. Bravo. You was expect. Wait, before we even go that,
since I don't know, Centurion afterwards. Like,
wait,
that,
what year was that?
17.
I'll have to go back and check.
I mean, at some point,
wait, did they not buy Ferran Torres and then sell him?
Yeah, Ferran Torres is there. Eric Garcia. At some point, people don't forget that.
Ferran Torres wasn't really a flop. He wasn't a flop.
I don't think he's a flop. He also did like
if we're going by metric, yeah, he is.
Yeah,
he is.
I'm saying
no. Hold on.
Listen. The money he was bought at, the expectation that was supposed to be, he didn't meet it. I think Ferran Torres is not like
again.
And it's also the money you're being paid. That's also a big issue, right?
That's cool, but
nobody cares about City. And even then,
that ties into it as well. But you say expectation is kind of like no one overly hyped him when he played well for City.
Exactly.
That's you. Yeah, unfollow them people, then, innit? That's what I need to say. That's a you thing. I don't see that.
I said this on Twitter. I said this in the
follow them people
all the time. I said this in the crew chat all the time. Don't bring me Twitter narratives to the crew chat and give me a reason why.
It ain't just Twitter, though.
That's what I'm saying. When people say,
"I'm sorry,"
it is Twitter narrative. Who says?
Where else is it?
Who else is it?
In the media, everywhere, bro. Everywhere.
I see more Martinelli.
Like Sky Sports, all of that.
Sky Sports do not hype Grealish. Don't do that.
No, they don't.
Sky Sports, no, they don't. If you want Sky Sports, hypes Grealish, man. No, they don't.
Bro, it was the
Mangali, you're right, Ed.
The little Saturday show they do with the little ginger dude. I don't
But
know.
we're talking mainstream. We ain't talking about the Carabao
Hang on,
Cup
no.
Sky guys, man.
Hang on,
We're talking
what-
about mainstream,
Come on,
man.
man.
We
Hang
don't
on,
care
what-
about the Carabao Cup dons, man. No
on,
disrespect to them,
Hang
but
on,
that's what
what
they
I'm
are.
confused at this whole thing
This
is that Grealish has hardly played this season. This is his first start back this season in the Carabao Cup. He was excellent and one of the most important players in the treble running. I don't get this narrative from you, Taza, at all. It's very strange what you're
I
saying.
do. I get
don't
the
get
narrative.
this.
It's because Murtaza's
I
a
don't get
United
it.
fan and City win trophies. That's why.
Well,
Just
no,
being
this
a
doesn't
top
make
one.
any
I don't-
sense.
All right, let me
What
move
are
on
you
anyway. You lot
talking
continue
about?
this.
I just
Let's
gave
move
him
on.
his
Let's
credit.
move on.
That's
You're being
Get
a
to the next
salty
one.
rival. What you're doing, I get it, man.
it's
I don't
not.
get
It's
it.
not even the City thing.
That's
I
fair.
could care less about City. It's this
but-
guy.
Okay,
All
but
right,
why
That's
is
the
it-
way with
But
murder.
anyways, all right, cool. He gets away with murder. You lot continue to bump up the likes over 130 people here. We always
weird.
bring you the best content, people.
Shout out to the
Seven
love people in the chat, man. Bro.
every
Yeah, big
single
up to you.
time, man. Get us up to 80 subscribers. And Sheik, I forgot to start your comment, but you mentioned it in regards to this with Grealish and Doku. And why does Doku talk? Yeah, because Doku, ironically, is just more of a natural. Grealish is not a, and this ain't me defending him. I just think if you move him central, you get better out of him. He's an 8. He's a 10.
Facts. He's a
In terms
10.
of, and when I say that, I'm talking about in terms of his profile. He doesn't have explosive pace. I think he's wasted out playing out wide. He could easily go and do a role that a Foden or a Kovacic do from a central position. Whether Pep's going to play him there, I don't know, because Pep is very particular with how his players play. We know he micromanages and it works because they win trophies. But yeah, Doku's a prime example. Yes, Doku's gonna take his place because Doku is just much more of a modern day winger. Like the goal Doku scored against West Ham, Grealish is never scoring them. And that's not because Grealish is not of a certain quality, it's because he just don't have those attributes to do so. It's like you play him central. I believe he played wide left for Villa, but again, that's Villa. But he shouldn't be playing left wing. He's not a left winger like that. Yeah. Like your whole, and when he plays out there, he's not in there to get, like man just mentioned in the chat, goals and assists. It's just we know what Pep's like, is keep the ball ticking. He's there to do what Mahrez is doing. Obviously, he's not as good as Mahrez, but you understand my overall
Yeah,
point.
we're not saying
I'm just saying, but yeah, not saying that. I'm just saying in terms of profile, he's like that. But Mahrez is that good that he can be successful without those physical attributes. I say, Grealish has the same issue Sancho has when he plays out wide. And that's not me comparing the two players. I'm saying what they both lack. I say it all the time. If you're not pace and power playing out wide in the Premier League, your other attributes have to be absolutely amazing. You have to excel. And when I say excel, I'm talking about be above 10, 11, 12 out of 10. If you can't.
Mahrez has the left foot touched by the gods.
Yeah, he's top 10 best wingers, right wingers in the Premier League of all time. Like that's the level we're talking about. Like he'd be somewhere in between 6 and 10. Like that's how good he is.
Yeah.
But I say all the
like
time about
yeah.
Go on, fam. Go on.
Like I said, I just don't know where this is coming on. Jack Grealish.
I think I get it.
Jack Grealish for basically since the World Cup for me.
It's a
one of the best, one of the best players in the Premier League and a huge important player in their treble winning side. And he's literally hardly played this season. Apparently, he's being bigged up.
Did you say he's one of the best players in the Premier League?
Last season.
No, I said last season. He was one of the best players in the Premier League last season.
See, that's that agenda. That's that agenda.
I guess we'll agree to disagree on that.
But MCFC Protocol says, Flawless, can I join the stream and talk for City? What was I going to say? Fan calling shows, Thursdays, people, 8:30 p.m. on the Kick. So anyone who wants to call in, including yourself, MCFC Protocol, anybody else, don't matter who you support, over on the Kick, fan calling shows. I run some on weekends, but every Thursday, 8:30 p.m. You'll get them every Thursday.
You'll probably be the first
today.
fan too to hold it down. So that's a dope thing to have you pull up, bro.
You know what? You would be. Yes, MCFC Protocol.
Down, of course, but
yeah. You would be the first Manchester City fan to call into a fan calling show. So yes, it's over on the Kick. So yeah, download the Kick app, sign up for free, and like I run. Obviously, there's other content over there, but there's fan calling shows over there as well. So that's how you get on the channel. And again, open to anybody, people of any club, no matter who you support. Let's see what else you lot are saying as well. Continue to bump up the likes. Also, let's see what's saying. Prime, what did you think of your game today? If you watched, I don't know if you actually watched. I should ask you.
We won.
So you didn't watch the game?
No, I watched the game. Cucurella played very well. I like I'm impressed with Leslie. Even though to be fair, he should have got sent off. But I think overall he had a good game. Around, I don't know. Like I'm just happy like we won a game.
You just glad you next for the next round, right? That's all that
Right.
matters.
You sound like Remy.
I'm just happy that we won a game.
That's what it sounds to me like. That's what it sounds to me like.
We're still in the competition to, I guess, potentially win it. We're not going to, but we're still.
Hey, favorable draw. You never know, fam. You keep getting Blackburns and teams like that. Never know. Big up to
true.
Warrior J. Says, Eddie, what's your view on yesterday's performance? So obviously talking about Manchester United being Palace 3-0. Yeah, we haven't actually spoke. Eddie, your thoughts on it?
It was solid. Like, it's tough. It's tough for me to really gauge because it's not like I haven't seen them play like that before. Like, I'll say it once, I'll say it again. I saw that type of football in the preseason from the second team, and so I was expecting that from the second team. It's when you put in those two fucking robbers or those two bank robbers with no ski mask on, that shit starts to get sticky. So
no ski mask, that's funny.
If we could play, huh?
Name
Who are you
names.
talking about?
Oh,
You know what we're talking about? How do you not figure that out? You didn't figure that out. Go on, carry on.
No, I don't figure
Yeah,
it
no,
out.
it's cool. It's cool. It's all good. It's all good. I stand on it. I mean, again,
I knew exactly who you was talking about. Go on, that's why I laughed.
We know. Great minds, Flowers. We got to help some of these other people.
Are you talking about Mount and Bruno?
Listen,
Rashford
Prime.
and Bruno,
This is my time.
Oh,
this is
Rashford
my
and Bruno.
time.
Oh,
This is
okay,
my
okay.
time, Prime. This is my
Bro,
time.
let the man speak, yo.
Let me speak.
Let
me speak, please. Thank you. Now, the crazy part is, I never thought I'd hear. I think I'd ever say this. Garnacho was actually making passes that Rashford couldn't even see because his head is always down. It's the same thing with Pellistri. Like, they utilized the fullbacks, they followed their passes, and now people can't tell me, this is what I will not stand for, that Ten Hag doesn't at least have some principles when it comes to ball retention. Because if he had done that, if Rashford, and I mean, another thing is, I think he should have the balls to sub Rashford off if he's not doing exactly what he saw from them yesterday.
Yeah, I agree with that.
If you can do that with the second team, you can do that with the first team as long as you hold certain players accountable. Now, shout out to Amrabat because he was actually playing, what he was doing, what Zinchenko thinks he's doing out there, defending, birding, being the deep line playmaker that people think Luke Shaw is, but he's not. Right? I got emptied out the whole clip because of what I seen yesterday. So I know we can do it. And honestly, Flawes, here's the crazy part. If we play like we played yesterday and lose, I'm generally okay with that. Because then that shows me he's actually going to build on something. But if he reverts back to, we're just going to sit deep, we're going to pass the ball side to side, we're not going to be expensive, then I'm going to be like, why are you going to be a hoe? It's going to be Eric Ten Hag. That's what I'm going to start calling him. If he goes back from this.
If he reverts back to it against Palace on Saturday. No,
if you're going to be this disciplinarian and all this, until he apologizes, he can't come back. Okay, cool, bro. I hope you're that demanding on the pitch.
Which you should be, to be honest.
Facts. That's all I'm saying. If you're going to be ruthless off the pitch, be ruthless on the pitch.
Yeah, you're right. You right, 100%, fam.
You guys are gonna
also, can we?
Hey, Lewis, love every time, fam. Yeah, you already know, bro.
Bless up. I'm a Chelsea.
Yeah, he's blessed. Yeah. Go on. You was gonna say something. So you was speaking.
I'm cool. That was it.
I know you was done. Was someone speaking after you? Sorry.
I was saying.
Yeah, go on, Tazo. Go on.
Can we say how the cast narrative has now changed? First, it was send him to Saudi Arabia. He's finished. He's cooked. He's a problem. He can't play in this midfield. He's horrible. And now that fucking Al Rata is out of their midfield. And, we have a real midfielder in there in Amrabat. And now he's world class again. Hey, funny how things change, isn't it?
What I would say,
a real midfielder in Amrabat. It's mountain midfield.
Exactly.
What I would say to that is
Amrabat's left back.
will not
This is the
respond to
prime
that
example.
comment.
Hey, you know what? He may actually be our best left back at the football club. No joke. Genuinely,
He might be the best right back too.
I'm not even bullshitting. Oh, he's definitely the best right back. I'm not even bullshitting. He could potentially be the best left back.
Hold on.
as-
Diego Dallo has a question, but I'll let you continue.
Yeah, we'll see with that. Like I say, with these men, it's consistency. Because we've
there
seen
you
these
go.
men play well before. But in regards to what you said, Taza, about Casemiro, that's just people doing too much. Like, you can't be 25. And if you're 25 years old and you go through poor form, we just put it down to poor form. But if you are 30 plus or you're 19 or younger and you go through poor form, it's if you're 19 or younger, it's inexperienced, and the game, you know what I'm saying, the game's too big for you, quote unquote, whatever that means. And then if you're 30 plus and you have a poor game, your legs have gone. So what happens when you're 24, 25 having poor games? Then what is it? No, you just go through poor games, or not even necessarily poor games, games where you're not up to scratch. There's been games where Casemiro has not been up to scratch. But it's nothing, like I said, people have said, oh, is his age a concern? No, because I've never looked at one of his below par performances and said it's because of lack of legs or lack of his mobility. No, like getting caught on the ball is not a running thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, people going past you is not a running thing. Giving the ball away and making passes that I've seen you make is not a running thing. You're just in poor form. And then obviously there's various factors. It's not solely on him. We spoke about him in regards to other midfielders, the team actually playing well. Everybody played well yesterday. Everybody did their business, including Mount.
Even
Mount was
Maguire,
very good. Yeah, Maguire, he was
Shout out
everything he had to do
Donny.
was quiet, but he did it. Yeah, Donny, everybody. Mason Mount, like, if he performs like that, I'll shut up. But my biggest issue with is not to get carried away, because I know what these players are like. And I hope that they don't just revert back to type against Crystal Palace in the game on Saturday. Like, I'm hoping not.
Nah, these guys are shit though.
Yeah, that's why I don't get it mistaken, because I know their overall level. Hey, big up Victor as well. I know the level that
I think,
like, just a general. Like,
if we put enough good players around them, though, I think we can mask their deficiencies enough to do something, if that makes sense. You know, like,
yeah,
we put Amrabat,
like what we did last season. We did the exact same thing as last season.
Exactly. So if we have like a Casemiro, Amrabat next to Casemiro, Casemiro's better, and if Casemiro's better, our whole back line is better automatically.
Absolutely.
So that gives us a huge boost, like just the addition of that one player, even though it's not due to his like extraordinary qualities, but the balance he brings, like, puts everyone at like a +1, +2 match rating almost per game, you know? And that also helps our attackers, because better we defend, and, you know, the better control we have, the better midfield we have, more chances we can create, which we saw.
Which is why we should have done better in the window, because we should not be in the same predicament as we were last season, where it was, all right, our better players perform well, then everyone's good. If they don't, then we really, really struggle. And we're there now. You could arguably throw Amrabat into the mix, but it's still Varane, it's still Casemiro. Like, that's who we're looking at. It's still Martinez once he gets back, that we're looking at the same guys. And like I said, throw Amrabat into the mix for our average players, or below average, or above average, or decent players to play well. Your Delos, for example. Your Lindelofs, for example. Mason Mount, for example. Like, the list goes on in regards to that. But yeah, I can't complain. Everyone played well against Palace in the League Cup. Big up V1 for the super chats. I'll get to them. Says PFA coming to help Sancho out. Ha ha. I don't even know what's going on with that. In regards, somebody please drop it. Someone drop what's happened in the comment section.
They're thinking something's illegal about how Ten Hag is handling the Sancho situation. Or and
I think something similar happened with Arteta and Aubameyang, because if they didn't gotten rid of him, then the PFA will actually come in as well. So yeah, it might be to that end, because you can't ban a player from all the campus around Carrington or whatever it's called, and technically you can't.
So you can't ban a player from the training facilities, but you can.
Exactly, yeah, because the player has to be participating in training.
Yeah, but you can relegate the player to, say, the reserves or the under.
Yeah, you can have him in the reserve, whatever. But the player needs to be training in that. Like, there's cap, because I think Arsenal were close to that as well, but they got rid of Aubameyang, you know.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah, so something similar like that. I guess I would.
I mean, again, at this point,
he's going in January. Like, I just don't get why people making it the bigger thing that it is. Like, I think
because you know what it is, Jess. People don't like the resolution. That's why. There's been a resolution.
Sure, like, again, we got to be careful.
Go on.
I'm gonna be real.
Go on.
Trusting this board to do the right thing and actually sell him is, I think, it's a long shot.
I don't think it'll be a sell. I think it'll be a loan.
I just don't. But you know how it
think it'll be
is.
low.
Like you know, like imagine how long we take to get shit done.
Yeah. But I think with this one, I think because of I hear you, Eddie, but because of what's gone on, I think it accelerates it along.
Yeah,
Because one thing this club will try and do its best to is protect people. You know what we're like? We're PR. And the same way we look at the Greenwood situation, see how quickly they moved him on. After they was initially looking to bring him back and went round the houses and back and was making statements without saying anything, then as soon as they got all that backlash, he was gone. And I think it was like a week later that Getafe deal was done. Was it even a week? Like that deal was done quick. There was no Getafe are interested in him, and then he's gone. It's like he was just done like that. So I know what this club's like. They ain't trying to, even though they're bad at PR, they don't try. They don't want to be bad at PR. Like they're all about the image. So yeah, if the PFA stepped in because it's against the rules, it's against the rules. Like just let him train with the reserves. Like there's no need for me. I think that is a bit much, like banning him from all facilities. But all right, like I said, there's more to that story. V1, big up for this super chat, says flawless thoughts on losing, because you put it in the next one, flawless, and me, my bad. It's all good, man. Big up for the super chats though. Thoughts on losing Onana and Amrabat to AFCON. It depends on the fixture list at that point, who's injured, who's available at that point. Are we in good form? Are we in bad form? There's so many intangibles with this. There's so many things that go into this scenario in regards to it. Will Onana and Amrabat be misses? Absolutely. But say Casemiro and say the rest of the midfielders and the team are just functioning well at a high level and everybody's confident, and that's good. And I don't know our fixture list in January. So it depends. Say we draw Liverpool. We draw Liverpool away in the FA Cup third round. Yes, Amrabat and Onana are going to be misses. But if it's Port Vale at home, should be all right getting through the FA Cup. So
I need that Morocco Cameroon AFCON final. I need that.
Nah, we need them back, man. I need them out in the group stages. Bring them back.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. When it comes to AFCON, my heart's in a different place, man.
Nah, that's fair. I understand that, man. I get it. I get that. But yeah, big up for the super chat to me, man. Yeah, go on, Jess.
I know that we play. I know we play United during that period, actually. So
we have Tottenham at home. That's our toughest game.
I'm gonna actually have a look. Let me have a
Tottenham
look.
at home, Wolves away, West Ham at home, Villa away, and then Luton away.
Run through that again, sorry.
Tottenham at home, Wolves away, West Ham at home, Villa away, Luton at home. Luton away, sorry.
Yeah, see, that no games I look at and go, oh my god, I can't believe we don't have Amrabat and Onana. Now, if we had that 7-game from run hell that Chelsea got coming up and Amrabat and Onana were missing, different conversation. Very, very different conversation. But other than that, I'm cool with that. We should be all right. It depends on where we're at in January as well, in regards to the table with Champions League and things of that nature. So yeah, the list goes on. Well, hey, large up everyone that is still tapped in. We're at 56 likes. Like check 1212. Let's get us up to, let's go 90 likes, people. There's over 130 people in here, and subscribe to the channel if you are indeed new as well. I don't know how many subscribers we're on. It's rolled to 9K, but hit the subscribe button. Yeah, go on.
Who's the number 2 goalkeeper at United?
We signed him. He's called.
Yeah. Hey, Dundada put in the chat that apparently, the PFA said Sancho must be allowed to train in a proper environment / facility.
Yeah, this my fault.
Yeah. Shout out Dundada every time, my dog.
You already know. And you don't hit the subscribe button, man. We are 8,208. Asking for 2 subscribers, man. Girls to 8,210. There's over 130 people in here. I'm talking to you. If you've not subscribed, I know there's someone watching. I know there's at least 2 people watching right now who have not hit that subscribe button. Subscribe. And if you're watching back afterwards, big up to you. But make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. Like I say, the sooner you lot help the channel grow even more, man, the more content we can create and the better content we can create. Sheik says, question for, actually, before I get to that, big up to V1 for the super chat, says Asian Cup is on 2 at the same time, no sun for Spurs. Again, same thing in regards to form.
Oh, yeah.
Who they playing, etc.
Bissouma and Sar. I think Sar, don't they both play for Cameroon?
Sam plays for Senegal and Bissouma plays for Mali, so Bissouma should be actually coming back quickly. Say less. Yeah, Sar, you should be. To be fair, Senegal is one of the favorites. So, but then again, AFCON is weird. Like AFCON is weird. Like I think
somebody's always losing. It's not supposed to.
I think it's been like what 6 different winners in 6 different years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it's
I
like
remember
that's crazy.
Algeria went out in like I think it was last year. Algeria went out in like the group stage or something like that.
group
Yeah.
stage, yeah. So that's
And
what I'm
weren't they
saying.
the favorites because they went on like an unbeaten run or something like that?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
And
they
then
were supposed to do it.
So you never know in a like. You never know. Like Mali, all of a sudden could make a surprise run to the finals, which is part of us. But then I feel good for Bissouma because I mean he could come back with. Imagine Bissouma coming back with that AFCON trophy and then with better form, better move.
Bro, yeah, he's
And
your
he's already,
midfield. I say it again, bro. I think your midfield is the best in the league by far.
I still think City at the moment because City is just like the proven. But I did say before the season started, we have an argument to be top 3 personally.
Yeah, your midfield, the balance
give it
the
to
balance is
City,
beautiful.
if you want to give it to City, but it's like for me, like if you put those players that you have in that City system compared to like what they have now, I feel like they'd be operating at a higher level. I just think
The only difference is because our freedom, our system allows more freedom to them. Like others can play with more freedom, so I can do. Bissouma can do well. Like Pep, you still have the whole position of play going on.
Yeah.
So like
micromanages.
Negative. Yeah,
he does. Big up Sheik says, question for Jez. Thoughts on the game this weekend? Hope you lot get the win. Of course, Spurs are playing Liverpool on Saturday, the late kick. Will be a watch along on the Sarcasm City TV kick as well. But yeah, thoughts on the game, Jez?
I think it's going to be a very eventful game. Actually, I mean, we saw Liverpool needing like a whole half of football until they could score against Leicester, but then they scored 3. I want to be positive, and I predict it should be a 2-1 for us. But I'm not ignoring these past seasons where whatever happens, Liverpool just somehow always gets something out of the game. Like whenever it's Lucas Moura first touch going back to Jota and they win the game last minute, or Harry Kane just missing sitters or penalties. Like it's one of the features that I just don't look for because we just don't ever win them, even when we play well. But I think this time the mood is different, and we can't ignore. Like people say that we're not good defensively, which when I look at our goals that we conceded this year, I don't think we are not. I think we're good defensively. I think it's moments and lack of concentration where we let certain goals in. But overall, we do actually well. Well, Liverpool, they look like chaos when they concede goals, in my opinion. So, yeah, we should win that game. Like I wouldn't be surprised if it's a 2-2, but let me stay positive and go over 2-1. So Bosnia versus Madison, that's going to be one to watch. Salah versus Odogi and Van der Ven as well. There's a lot of good matchups on the pitch.
Yeah. Absolutely, goddamn. And Ed says, Jez is Spurs' biggest problem squad depth. But I've seen your bench versus Arsenal, it weren't saying much.
I mean, we pretty much rotated nearly our whole squad versus Fulham, and the Carabao Cup we went out in the penalties. So I think that alone explains everything. And funny enough, again, people say like our squad depth is not that good, but we did go all the way to penalties. Our squad depth is just not that good. That's why the whole January period, I'm kind of worried. Obviously, Bentancur is going to come back, which is good. But I just don't trust too many of our squad players. And I did say as well, and I think I'm just on the same wavelength where I am, where I think a lot of players get until at least January, I think. And if they can't impress, then I think he's going to think about moving them on. And I think there's a lot of good under 21 players. They're doing very well. And if they continue, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets to a point where Ange maybe promotes 1 or 2 of them because of how bad the squad depth currently is. So, yeah, squad depth is not currently. But then again, which team in the league outside from City has good squad depth?
First. And Shabazlai's goal today was cold. And yes, Warrior J, this is funny. I remember when Jess said this, he took his shirt off and we lost. You're talking about Richarlison.
I'm sorry, he took his shirt off and we lost. Like, where have you seen that shit ever? Where your team celebrates, you think you got the draw, dude took his shirt off and then we lose the game. Bro.
That's not his fault you lost the game, though. It wasn't his fault.
You see my agenda versus Richarlison? I put it on him too.
Yeah, but not more we're giving the ball away. That's crazy. I never understand why he did that. Never understand. It's nuts.
Yeah,
And
and
yeah,
that fucker won a trophy too.
yeah, it's crazy. It really, really is. Let me see if I missed anything. Final few questions before we close out in the next 5 to 10 minutes, people. Don't forget, like I said, what we got coming up tomorrow? Monday
You got the
Night
Arsenal
podcast.
the
Yeah,
podcast.
4:30 p.m. UK time, Monday United podcast. So I'll be doing that solo dolo, talking all things Manchester United, and then of course the Manchester United Arsenal show, Monday United. Gonna talk from the Arsenal, one of the many crossovers we do, and then TJ, he's already said it, he tweeted it, he's put it in the chat that he's got plenty to say in regards to the North London derby, Arsenal being critiqued, etc., etc. So yeah, man, I'm very much looking forward to hearing everything he indeed has to say as well. But we're at 58 likes, man. Let's bump up the likes. What are we doing? And yes, Jez, Warrior J, we will run through weekend's games predictions. I will pull up the fixtures and we'll get everybody's thoughts on this. 1 second. Thank God Timo's not here. Who predicted West Ham to beat? What do you do? Predicts West Ham to beat Liverpool at Anfield 1-0. I'm like, all right, okay. I'm saying that's like
Because
saying,
he said degenerate with the odds big for that result. That's why he predicted it.
yeah,
this guy.
Yo, did you guys
Cool.
talk about the Dame trade?
Oh yeah,
we
we'll get to that.
haven't
We'll
talked
get
about
to that. We'll get because someone did ask about it. So yeah, we'll talk about that shortly. Run through these, get everyone's predictions for the Premier League games, and then we'll talk about the Dame trade and then close out. So we'll start with the early kick. Aston Villa, Brighton. We'll go to you, Jez.
Aston Villa, Brighton.
Yeah, early kick.
Brighton is so bipolar, man. You know what? I give it to Aston Villa there, Tom, and I say 2-0 Aston Villa.
2-0 Aston Villa. Tazo.
1-1. They literally just
1-1.
lost 2-0 at home today to Everton, bro.
I think saying 1-1. Okay. Hey, shout out Dominic Calvert-Lewandowski bagging again. Surfer.
Someone in the chat told me that Villa played quite a strongest team tonight.
I'm gonna check it.
No walk-ins to start, but yeah, it was pretty strong.
Yeah, Brighton look cream crackered already.
Bro, it's Joao Pedro, man. That guy's
Scotty Ryan and Slam for knackered, all right? So anyone
Hey,
else?
we can't say much about Joao Pedro because of what the fuck
I
happened.
think I'm looking at a. I
You
think
man, carry
Villa,
on. 1 second.
Okay, I think Villa will win 2-1. What do you think, Eddie?
Actually, you know what? Yeah, I want to change my prediction. I say 2-1 as well because I don't think they actually keep the clean sheet outside from Chelsea. No,
Yes.
yeah.
What do you think, Eddie?
I'm with you. I think I think their eyes are all on Europe and the league, of course. So I think I think they'll get this one done. I think they could give a fuck about the Carabao Cup.
Brighton have got Liverpool after this game in the league after the European game in midweek on next Sunday after. So you could important couple of games. So what do you think, Prime?
What is Europe next week? Is there a European game?
Yeah, Europe's next week.
Yeah.
Europe.
We're talking about Aston Villa, Brighton now.
Aston Villa, Brighton, no Saturday.
I know we're talking about Villa, Brighton, Jazz. Anyway,
I don't know because you were asking a different question, so I just make sure you know. Damn.
no one cares, Jazz.
I'm
Anyway,
trying to help you, brother. I can help.
we're not for this. I'm
Keep it
saying
going,
2-2
Frank.
draw. I'm saying
See,
2-2 draw.
you just hate me. This is all.
Yes, I hate you. I'm saying
Hold
2-2
that,
draw.
Jez.
Shut up, Meg. I mean, Jez. Shut up, Meg.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Hold that, man.
Anyways, Prime, just go and tell us what your prediction.
I just did.
You didn't say anything.
2-2 draw.
All right,
Okay.
man.
Yeah, if you had
What's
ears
the-
and could listen, you'd catch on. But
Oh,
that's-
if you knew,
yeah,
if
Shut
you
the fuck
knew,
up.
yeah.
Jazz has been moving ever since Postecoglou got a few wins. Jazz has been moving different.
Yeah, of course.
All right,
of course.
so I think the next game is.
We need to give Jez a bulletproof. We need to give Jez a bulletproof.
Wolves at home to City. I think it is right.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it says here Bournemouth, Arsenal first. And
Sorry, Bournemouth Arsenal then. Go on.
I think it's going to be 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who's next? Murtaza?
1-0 Arsenal.
Yeah, so
it's interesting, Arsenal with their injuries. That's all. I don't know if Saka's going to be back or Rice is going to be back. Whether he rests him, Martinelli's definitely out, I think. Trossard's
Yeah,
out.
Trossard will be out too.
Trossard's out as well. Havertz is fit, so that's a problem as well.
Oh, that guy was awesome today. I've seen.
Oh man,
I saw some
anyway,
clips like. Oh, whatever, we're not gonna talk about it.
it's Bournemouth.
It's Bournemouth at
I'm
home.
gonna go Arsenal. I'm gonna go Arsenal 2-0. Oh, Arsenal.
Brian,
2-1 Arsenal.
Eddie.
Yeah, I'll go 1-0 Arsenal.
Okay, next game. Oh, this is awful. Everton Luton.
Jesus.
Good lord.
I keep it short, quick and simple. 2-0 Everton. Mataza?
2-1 Everton.
Sorry, what do you say?
2-1.
2-1.
Oh,
2-1.
Bless you, man.
So far?
I'm gonna go 3-0 Everton.
Brian?
They scored 3 against Brentford.
Wait, how the hell did you man get to what Scott? Wait, what?
No,
game
we
you man at?
just continued on because we were here.
We didn't wait.
We just
for
did
you.
the
Yeah,
Arsenal
I know you
game.
didn't wait
We
for
wait
me.
for
No, I
you.
said what game did you do is
What,
what
you
I'm
want us to
saying.
wait
Oh,
for
we
you?
did-
I
we
said-
did the Arsenal
no,
game.
I'm
We did-
asking where you're at. That's all. Because
Yeah,
my
well,
list,
that's just
Everton
the
are way
way
down the list. But go on. No,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
really
no,
I'm
because
saying-
we don't.
I wanted to talk to you less. So yes, I'm not
Yeah,
not
so
complaining.
that's
So
not
far.
what you
Yeah.
Okay,
Hold
man.
Now you held us up, man. Now you held us up. We're going to
Yeah,
start
yeah.
all over again.
Seriously,
Let's
man.
start all over again.
All time
Let's
mistake,
do the
man.
lunchtime
No,
kickoff.
that's
Here we
what
go.
very my goodness. No, I'm confused. I don't know where
Sorry,
we were.
I'll
Was
shut
it
up.
Brian?
Sorry, innit? Carry on,
Everton,
James.
Luton.
Everton, Luton, and Prime it was, right? Yeah, Brian, what's your prediction?
4-0 Everton.
Damn.
What?
Shit. All right,
Luton
Eddie.
are not good, man. They're not good.
Dude, they
But
scored
neither is
3 against
Everton.
Brentford.
It's still Everton, you know. It's like
Yeah, but they scored 3 against
Yeah,
Brentford.
but
and Luton
Luton-
are worse than Brentford.
Alright,
Luton.
man. Sure.
Oh, okay, Eddie.
Shit, I'll go 2-0 Everton.
Okay, Flos, do you want to continue going through these pictures or
Nah,
should
you
I go?
carry on. You don't need to. You carry on.
Okay,
You're doing a
alright.
stellar job, man. Carry on. You carry on.
Okay, calm. Okay, Man United at home versus Crystal Palace again. I go 2-0 United. What's other?
3-0. Fuck it.
So far?
See, Palace are going to put their first teamers in, and so is United. So Bruno will be back. Ericsson will probably be back.
And we look worse.
So that's going to
If
be
United
shit.
somehow lose that game with them two,
United,
conversations.
United are Chelsea with Rashford. That's all they are. So, and he's not on form. So I'm going to go, but I'm still going to pick United to win. I'll go 1-0 United.
Brian?
Oh, fuck, man.
Brian?
2-1 United.
Eddie?
1-0. 1-0 United.
Let
He
me
saw
ask-
Westbrook is going his back. Where's Westbrook is going being, man?
Yeah,
What
man.
is
He
this?
returned. He returned on the watch along on
Yeah,
Was
the
it
other day,
the
I
Palace
think
game. Was it the Palace game? Or was it Burnley?
Oh,
Was it
you know
Palace?
what happened? I know
I think it was
why he
Crystal Palace
returned. I know he returned. 6 weeks holidays finished and he's back to school now. It's understandable.
Shout out Westbrook is going. And he joined the membership. Real one, man. You
Shout
know,
out
He used his dad's credit card.
you're a real one, man. Yeah, man,
Flo,
you're real
this
one. Go
is the
on.
Man United. This is Man United. And let me ask Flos as well. What's your prediction?
Yeah, what team is he going to play? That is the thing. 2-1. I go 2-1 Manchester United. 2-1.
Okay. Let's go to the next game. Newcastle versus Burnley. Mataza?
5-0 Newcastle.
Did he just put Sheffield United to the
sword,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He might be.
They
right.
just beat City 1-0 today.
Yeah, and they did 10 changes today as well. So it's like
I forgot to say my prediction as well, real quick.
I'm gonna go 4-0 Newcastle.
I say 3-0 Newcastle. Prime?
0-0.
This guy.
They're gonna rotate for Champions League. No.
Man thinks they
Who
draw
do
against
they
Burnley,
play
you
next?
know.
Who do they play next?
PSG.
Oh, okay. But it's
No.
some change though. Well, whatever. Eddie?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Sheesh. 3-0. 3-0.
Flos, you have any prediction as well? Or?
Yeah, I'd say they're gonna put Burnley to the sword. 4-0 Newcastle. They're gonna put
Okay.
Burnley first, yeah.
West Ham versus Sheffield United. This.
West Haram back in this bit.
I just said I said West
Now
Ham.
it's two Haram teams trying to play. Like, see, Sheffield is more for Haram, so actually West Ham have to come outside now. Like, pause.
That was it. All right. Cool.
Just in case somebody was gonna pause.
Yeah, true. Say I get what you're
so
saying with these
paranoid,
round. I get what you're
Shell
saying.
shock.
I don't know.
Shell
I just don't know about these
Go on,
guys.
carry on,
He's
just
sure.
carry on.
You're a disgrace.
You know what? I say this already. No. This feels like a no right here.
What? Against
Oh,
Sheffield United. That just got pumped 8-0.
Yeah,
All right,
yes,
I'll
but
go-
yeah,
I'll
but
go
that's
3-0 West
Newcastle.
Ham.
That's
Go on,
Newcastle.
Taza. Get to
3-0,
go.
3-0, man.
Was it West? When I was
West Ham?
I
Yes.
forgot that. Bro,
Bro, they've been in good form in the league. What are you
All right,
talking
cool.
about?
Yeah, for real. That's fair. West Ham 3-1. Go on, Surfer.
3-1 West Ham.
Yeah, it's good goals. Yeah, all right, fair enough. Ryan,
2-0 West Ham.
Eddie,
I'll go 2-0 as well.
and Flawless.
Yeah, I think they beat him comfortably, but they ain't prolific like that. But then, sure. I go 3-0 West Ham. 3-0 West Ham.
Sheffield United, you need to get your chain back. Like that, the reputation is not looking good out here. But Wolves versus Manchester City. I go 2-0 for Manchester City. Mataza,
4-1.
Sofa,
4-0 City.
Brian,
6-1 City.
Eddie,
I think that's a 3-0 City.
and Flores.
Actually, 3-1. 3-1.
3-1. All right, okay. Flores.
Yeah, they gonna beat Wolves. 4-0. See.
Calm. Okay, last game of the day. It's Tottenham versus Liverpool. I say 2-1. Just staying positive, or I get caught negative from the chat. Mataza.
It's at the lane.
Yeah, it's at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Yeah, it's at that stadium.
Oh.
Shit. 3-2 Tottenham.
Fuck no, it's gonna be an eventful Saturday on these. Okay. Who's next, Sofa?
3-0.
Okay.
That wouldn't surprise me, to be honest.
Both your defenses are shit.
Yep.
And your attacks are good.
Hey, your attacks are better than that's true.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because we lost Harry Kane, but
hey, don't say that too loudly, fam. Don't say that too loudly. But carry on.
Brian?
Ditto. Yeah. 3-3.
3-3. All right. Eddie?
2-2.
Yeah. So Flawless?
Say 4-0 for us. Just do it.
Nah, I'm not saying 4-0 now.
2-4.
I think 2-1 Liverpool.
Okay.
I said 3-0.
Yeah, you said 3-0. Which I could see a high scoring. I think Liverpool, because they have a better attack, that will show. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be a very entertaining game. Very entertaining.
Liverpool can't defend though.
No, they can't.
No, they can't defend. No.
They're not very good defensively. Actually, who's? I just see them doing all right in this. Even though I don't think they're as bad defensively as people make out. Is what I'd say. I don't think they're great.
I think this is where the lack of a DM comes to bite them.
Yeah, that's true. Don't get me
See,
wrong.
I watched the goals that they concede. They don't concede stupid goals, which is the hilarious part because I was looking at it. They concede less goals than us, but it's only 2 difference. So it's like they just concede stupid goals, to be honest. But then they let a lot of chances. I think, like Ryan said it the other day, they let go a lot of stupid chances because, like, for example, like our defense is not the greatest, but then Newcastle had one of the better defensive records, and that they conceded the same amount of goals as we did. So, I mean, you can take it as you will, to be honest. But let's go to the next fixture. And Sunday is only one game.
Yeah, there's only one game on Sunday. I was
early one
on Sunday. And look at trash.
Nottingham
Yeah,
Forest
because
versus
they
Brentford.
don't want to compete with the NFL. There's NFL in London on Sunday at the same exact time.
Okay, fair
They've
enough.
done it before, man. They've done it before.
I mean, fair enough. In the like Nottingham Forest versus Brentford. Wow.
Jesus.
I'm trying to think.
Hey, go to Taz and run through.
Yeah, I
and
go
then
to
if you
Taz
win-
first.
yeah,
What you
go
say?
on.
2-0 Forest.
So far.
Yeah, say my guy Owenee 2 goals.
Yeah, I seen you put you got his name in your in the bio thing. Yeah, but go on, carry on. Sorry.
Mac Daddy.
This guy. No, I won you in it. You got one year's name in on here and on the StreamYard. I was like, why's this guy got one year in the sub name on here?
That's
yeah, go on,
because
carry on.
I tell you why.
Go on.
That comes from we did a stream on the Don Sam's channel for Team of the Season so far during the national break. And we all conspired to put Owenee ahead of Haaland as a striker.
I love that.
And then what we did is we got the chat to do super chats to put in every position a Man City player apart from the striker and keep Owenee in it. So that's what we did.
That.
Okay, Prime, you next.
3-0 Forest.
3-0 Forest.
Owenee scores, my guy, bro. Nigerian boy.
Fair enough. I don't like about the Nigerian part, but fair enough.
Yeah. Fuck you too, man.
Eddie. Oh shit.
1-0 to Brentford.
Okay. So plus.
It's at Forest, right? And
It's a Forest,
yeah, and Forest and Brentford did just get beat by Everton at home as well. I'm gonna go Forest 3-2.
High scoring game as well.
Yeah.
There's gonna be hella goals on the weekend. Like,
let's hope so.
Hey, people make actually never mind. I'm not gonna promote betting. Never mind. I go with actually 1-1. I think 1-1. Okay, then last kick of the game week 7 is 8 p.m. kickoff. Fulham versus Chelsea.
West London derby.
West London derby. It's just a weird one. I actually know. I say both teams score 1-1. Murtaza?
Yeah. I was gonna say 1-1.
Sofa?
I hope to see one of the most horrible games ever on Monday, but to win 1-0 off a 12 deflections own goal and for us to win 1-0. And then for us to literally just play the worst around football I've ever seen in my life and be happy with it. So 1-0 Chelsea.
Okay. Brian?
Chelsea are unbeaten in the last one game. So I say I hope we win 1-0.
Hey, 2 games. We drew a ball.
Unbeaten in the last 2. Hey, respect us, man.
Oh no, we lost to Villa. Sorry, no, we lost to Villa. Yeah, so it's 1 game.
I forgot. Yeah, you did.
All right, you're unbeaten in 2 of your last 3. There you go.
Nah, that doesn't sound. No, we're unbeaten in the last 1 game, man. That sounds good.
Okay, then run it then.
That's better.
I pray for a 1-0
really
Chelsea.
don't.
We scored more goals. We scored more goals on in September 27th than Man City. So you can hold that.
They say hold that.
Unofficial goals, illegal goals.
Shut up, Jeff.
Anyways, Brian, give me your prediction on it.
I pray. I hope we win.
Just give us a prediction.
Probably a draw, though, but I hope we win.
Just give us a prediction.
1-1.
All right. Eddie?
0-0.
Bro, if this is gonna
that
be
would even surprise me. I'm not gonna lie.
If this is gonna be a 0-0 after I come back from uni, oh my god, I would be so angry.
Do they still have Willian?
Yes.
Yeah, that's William. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Fulham win 1-0.
He's so nasty. He's so nasty. He's so nasty.
They still have Willian and Iwobi. Okay. Yeah.
Iwobi.
Yeah, Iwobi the Fulham. Iwobi the Fulham.
Lord.
Yeah. Long day, man.
Flawless?
Yeah, 1-1. I cannot see past that. I cannot see past. It's 1-1 or 0-0. I
It just
cannot
feels
see
like
past
it feels like a stink test, but you know what?
This has got draw written all over it. Like that's what I say. So yeah, 1-1.
Like, as long as my brother
How
Carlos
dare
makes the
you?
scores.
How dare you all try and take away for a 1-game unbeaten streak? How
I'm not.
dare
This is
you?
why I'm expecting your
It's
one
not
game.
unbeaten.
Wait, Surfer. I'm expecting your 1-game unbeaten streak to become a 2-game unbeaten
No,
streak.
2 wins, man. We're going for 2 wins in a row. That's what we're going for.
We got.
Hey, small acorns, man.
We got to crawl before we
That's
can
what I'm
walk.
saying.
Man.
Small acorns, man. You know what I mean?
All right, whatever. Jez, what's yours, fam?
Whatever. Just
I did say
dismiss me like
I
that.
said 1-1.
You say 1-1 as well. Shit,
Yeah.
crazy.
By the way, before we go to the
the
little,
acorn theory, that's what it is. What is it?
before we go to the little thing, team was just put in the group chat after putting the post 6 hours later. He posted Bucks versus Lakers 2024 finals. Watch this space.
Yeah, he's a joke, man. He really is. He's a joke, man. Large up to everyone that's tapped in, though. Big up you, man, holding it down as well. Over 100, still over 115 people in here. Only at 65 likes. Make sure you hit the like button on the video if you haven't subscribed to the channel as well. Victoria, I see you in the chat. Big up as well. And she's booing because Prime is here. But Prime's our guy, but I understand why you're booing him.
No,
But
hey,
yes,
that's
let's
not,
go to the.
That's not a boo. No, that's not a boo.
She just forgot the B. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee it's a boo. It's guaranteed.
Hey, maybe it could be.
Wait, she might have forgot the W. Respect, man.
Or it could be the P. Like, you know what I'm saying? Actually, no. She forgot the two.
She'll tell us. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Victoria, why is this? Did you boo him? Is that what it is? I hope this is.
She forgot the 2 D's for doo-doo.
This fucking guy. This guy says, yo, let's go to it anyway. In it. Dame people. Dame.
I hope you get jumped now.
Sure, what? Right. Dame has traded to the Milwaukee Bucks, even though it seemed that he was Miami Heat bound. Eddie,
is he gonna show up?
Yeah, he'll show up.
Thoughts on it, Eddie?
Hey, by the way, before we go, and Lillard dropped a song for leaving Portland.
Did he really?
So yeah, Dame Lillard has been traded to the Milwaukee Bucks. So yeah, Eddie, your thoughts on it?
Doing all that to lose to the Lakers in 6, it couldn't be me. But I will say this: it's gonna be exciting to watch. Like the pick and roll is gonna be crazy because it's like if you have to step up because Dame can shoot from half court, but then if you double Dame on the pick and roll, that's Giannis going downhill with just the center in his way, and that's a poster every time. So I'm interested to see how teams guard them. I'm worried about their depth because they did give up some players. But you kind of do that when you're going for it like they are.
They haven't given up too much though, from what I've seen.
No, yeah, but I think from like if anything, I think they only gave up Drew Holiday
and 2 holes unpredicted.
So their perimeter defense took a hit.
Yeah,
and
that's the thing that
I think they're because I mean I love Dame, but Dame can't guard his own shadow. It is what it is. And then I think when you think about the Suns, I don't get it for the Suns because they get Nurkic, and they didn't need a Nurkic. They needed a defensive minded big, and so it'll be interesting to see how they guard the bigger teams and the type of stress that'll put on KD to have to play defense on those kinds of guys. But I'm always excited for the league. I'm excited for the league just to see how the Bucks look because it's gonna be. On 2K, it's curtains for anybody online. I'm telling you that right now.
Everyone picking the Bucks.
Everybody, everybody go to the fucking corners and the pick and roll.
That's it. That's it. Straight ISO pick and roll. It's that simple.
Let me ask you, Eddie. Do you think that this now makes the Bucks the best team in the East?
Yeah, but I already had them as the best team in the East.
So this is improved further. Okay, first.
I don't think it, but I don't think it's. I think it's a slight improvement. I think it just makes them a lot more dynamic. The thing about what you lose in Drew Holiday's defending, you gain in Lillard's ability to just score 60. And that's what I am thankful for. No longer do I have to see Damian Lillard come to Staples Center twice a year and
You mean
drop
Crypto
50?
Stadium?
Thank God. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, it's a lovely time. Oh, it's beautiful, bro. It's beautiful. Y'all have no idea how much that used to hurt because Dame's my guy, but he would just kill the Lakers every time he saw him, bro. It's crazy.
I just correction people. It's not the Staples Center. It's the Crypto Stadium. Just for the people that don't know.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
and Sheik says Heat fans right now losing their mind. Yeah, because it seemed he was bound to go there.
Hey,
And
man,
then boom.
don't say Heat Nation, sit the fuck down. Like, don't say that.
Hey, you guys see Jimmy's post?
Hey, Tazo, go on, Tazo. What was his post? Go on,
Jimmy
Let
was
me
my
play it.
dog, but
I get it.
legit, he posted a IG story 4 minutes after Woj broke the news, and he was like, "You guys need to, NBA needs to investigate the Bucks for tampering." Hey man, that's all I'm saying. That's literally what it said. What he said.
But he was joking though. I'm guessing this was like tongue in cheek.
Like he was half joking, half not. He was pissed.
He looked
like,
pissed.
He was pissed.
I would have liked to have seen him on the Heat though. I did want to see them two team up. But,
nah, man, I've been saying
Damon,
it for the longest. I
Damon
needed to see
and
Dame
Giannis,
and Giannis.
Talk
Bro,
about
Giannis is my favorite player in the NBA. Like, I don't care if he's on the Bucks, he's my favorite player, and I love Dame. So seeing them together, like, that's like the perfect guy he needs because, yeah, Chris Middleton was great with him, and obviously they won a chip together, but that like Dame is on another level, man. He's like one of the best closers in the NBA, and that's what like they lack the most because as good as Giannis is, he's not really a great closer. Like even in the championship run, Chris Middleton was a closer. So they get that now. Like they're just gonna be so much more dynamic. Obviously, it's gonna hurt what Drew Holiday brought defensively, but man, they're just gonna be such a fun team to watch. And like Giannis is like one of the best defenders in the NBA. Period. Like he can protect the rim, he can protect the perimeter. So he's gonna have to carry more of that workload, but some of the offensive workload is gonna be taken away from it with how much Dame can create, not just for himself, but for others on such a consistent level, at such a high level as well. So I'm really excited for this, man. Really, really excited.
First. What are you saying, sir, for thoughts on it?
I love the NBA, man. You know, it never ceases to surprise me when they tell you that one team can't trade for another team. And then suddenly the Bucks come out of nowhere and trade for Damian Lillard. You know what? The Heat can hold that, man. These icy, these other colder than the other side of the pillow Heat people, man. It's just these walking freezer bags. You know, it's just Jimmy Butler. Why this? You know what? This sums up Jimmy Butler to a T. That's why he's not an alpha man. He's a beta on an NBA team. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? If I was Jimmy Bucket, if I was Jim, nah, come on, man. He's a beta man. He's a number 2. You know what I mean? He's
How does that have any correlation? Continue anyway.
Oh, Mr. Jack Grealish criticism asking for correlation. Yeah, okay, no problem, bro. Yeah.
You haven't put forward any points, but keep going.
I'm following your footsteps. But you know, it's a good trade. I think it'll be. I'd like to see how I think who put it up. Something about Milwaukee's depth and everything like that. It'll be fun to watch. As a Lakers, you know, West Coast is happy to see Damian Lillard go not to another West Coast team.
Absolutely.
That's for sure. Do you know what I mean? Because he would have been at whoever he went to, they're automatically probably favourites for the title. So it's gonna be interesting. I think. Well, obviously, it makes the Bucks the number 1 if they weren't already, probably the number 1 out the East. But yeah, it's a fun trade, man. It looks good. I can't believe Milwaukee's got Giannis and Damian. Milwaukee. Jesus Christ almighty. But yeah, it's a good trade. It's a fun trade, and I'm glad
looking forward to seeing
it get stomped on. So it's all good. You know?
I'm looking forward to seeing it. Like I definitely will be watching the Bucks like in regards to regular season. Definitely.
We will be out there, definitely. But what's it called?
Your fault, Jess. Talk to us.
Put on 2-piece there spot. Westbrook is goated. You are disgusting. For even putting that out there. I can't like that. It came out of nowhere. Like, you see how they say, here we go for Fabrizio, the exclusive, or no, David Ornstein, exclusive out of nowhere. this was the original. This is the originary David Ornstein right here, the world sportman. Like
This is Tenali to Newcastle stuff. You know what I mean? It's like what? Don't make no sense. You know what I mean? But
like this was generally breaking because like it was trending over here as well. And now it's just Dame is on a contender. Like I've seen people making arguments saying, what if he's gonna be butthurt that he didn't get his move to Miami? Like if that's the case, then Dame is a loser because you're on a contender now. Like every year everybody's crying that he's not on a contender. And that's why he needs to get out of there. Now he isn't on a contender team that can go for the chip or at least to the final. Like let's see what you got, man. Let's see what you got. Like with Giannis, like I think they fit each other well enough. I think they can both cooperate in the system. I definitely agree with Eddie with the fact that Drew Holiday's perimeter defense is definitely going to be a huge loss. But then again, to be fair to Milwaukee, they do have height though. They have guys like Middleton, Giannis. Who's the center right now at the moment? Is it still Brook Lopez at center?
I think so.
Yeah, so it's like they still do have guys. They still have height behind him, so it could maybe work out. I don't know. And regarding to Phoenix, I saw Peter tweet earlier. He didn't look too happy about it.
What did he say?
Let me
about losing Ayton.
Pretty much why
because I know he's a fan. I know he's a fan of Ayton still. So
he was.
It's because Jokic is a fucking turnstop when it comes to defense, and it's not nearly what they need.
Yeah, so
he's barbecue chicken.
So he tweeted, and we are opening up Alcatraz for whoever pushed the button on trading Ayton for Nurkic. So you could imagine how he feels. Portland. It gives you it's a new beginning for Portland. I feel like they got a couple of decent players here and there. Scoot, because everybody was asking how can Scoot Henderson and Dame cooperate. Like we predicted, he's probably either one of them getting traded. You got Dame, so Portland can go and start rebuilding. I still feel like they could have gotten way more, because I swear, Gobert. I think Utah got more for Gobert than what Portland got for Lillard. But then again, I think Miami offered better things. But I think Portland was just very salty. He said, "You know what? We're not trading you to Miami. Go to Milwaukee, and even if it means we don't get as much." So, you gotta respect the pettiness, I guess. And yeah, like it's gonna be interesting to see. It's gonna be interesting to see, like, I don't know what Harden is on. Harden is somewhere at another strip club eating burgers I saw earlier today.
Wait, Timo?
No, Harden.
Oh,
James Harden. Who else? Boston Celtics.
Go back to your DMs, Prime. Go on, carry on, just.
Yeah, Brian is just. Brian was just on a different thing, but anyways,
just carry on.
They
don't even sound the same. That's the crazy part. But go on, carry on.
run agendas on me, man.
Your person said Prime. That's nasty.
Okay. Boston is Boston, and like it is what it is. So yeah, man, I can't wait for the season. I can't wait to see that, because ironically the first game in the regular season is Milwaukee versus 76ers. So
wait, say that again. What's the opening game? Say that again.
I think the opening game is Milwaukee versus 76ers.
Okay.
So is it?
This was this is what I saw earlier.
That's spicy. I love it.
It was either Woj or it was Shams who tweeted that. I can find the word quick in the meantime, but yeah, and for Drew Holiday, which I expected earlier, because Shams reported that Miami, Boston, and Toronto are expected to show interest with Drew Holiday, so he's not going to stay at Portland for too long, which was expected, to be honest. So yeah, that's all my thoughts. Let me find in the meantime the whole thing that you guys can continue.
Now let's come. We're gonna pretty much close out there. So yeah, big up to everyone who has locked in. I'm saying large up to each and every one of you lot. Let me actually shout out all the members as well. Well, before this loads up, make sure you hit the like button on the video, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back. Hit the subscribe button as well. Like I said, we got coming up tomorrow, Man United podcast, 4:30 p.m. So I'll be talking all things Manchester United. These are all UK times. The midnight Manchester United Arsenal show. Then Friday you will get 10:30 p.m. myself and Eddie talking all things Manchester United, looking ahead to the Palace game. And with Manchester United, there could be some new information that's come out since then. And Saturday, you will get Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. That watch along will be right here on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. And following that, we'll be over on the Kick for the Tottenham Hotspur versus a Liverpool game. And then following that, I might do a watch along for it, but you'll definitely get a recap. It's Canelo Charlo this weekend, people. So Canelo Charlo is this weekend. So I'll definitely do a recap, may do a watch along. That will be on the Kick. And then Sunday, we'll be back on here for midnight for the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. Oh yeah, let me not forget, 8:30 p.m. as well today, technically now, over on the Kick fan calling show. So if you want to call in people, fan calling show over on the Sarcasm City TV Kick, just download the app for free, sign up, and then that way you can watch the same way you watch here on YouTube. It's the exact same on Kick. Glad you lot are all enjoying the show. Big up Sheik. Westbrook is going. I see you. Let me large up all the members as well. Let me actually pull it up. Yeah, man, because the members list is growing longer and longer. This list getting longer and longer. Big up to Full Sense Only. Westbrook is goated. Ed, LFC for the double. Obviously, the legend that is Zar. Jason the Cool Kid. One Danzo. Nate Turn R. A. Solomon. Andy MU. PJ Daly. Daniel. Doncaster Rovers. Strasbourg Steve. Jack Merry. V1. TJ Warren. Jack. Dan Levitt. Emma. Of course, the legend that is Eddie here in the building. Baleo, Broderick Fail, and the Stream TV. Shout out to Dave every single time. Daniel, Casually FC, the Young G, Nero Knows Ball, Gabriel, Sheik, Yardman Serginio, Time to Shine, Here to There, Dennis the Great, Matthew Dale, Victor, of course. Shout out to Victor every single time. Star-Lord, Isaiah CFC, 44, Give It to Mikey, the Disabled Team, Raymond GSM, Alam, J Socials, OG Turbo Jesus, Uncle Justice, yeah, Sasha, Nelly, Scott Page, Neville B, and the guy who embodies content creating at the Carabao Cup level, Ryan. So big up to everyone who's locked in. Larger. You lot are all
respect the Carabao Cup.
You lot are all real ones. Make sure
He's the
like
Charity Shield. He's the Charity Shield too. That's it. That guy.
To be fair, the Charity Shield is like the curse, so whoever wins it.
But yes, love to everyone who's locked in, man. Just keep supporting. Big up, man. My God, in the Papa is. Yes, of course. Big up all the mods as well. Big up all the mods because you lot do great work. Big up all the regulars who are in the comment section. The likes of Warrior J who's now doing timestamps on videos. So for anyone who's asking about timestamps, in particular watch-alongs, big large up Warrior J because he's doing timestamps for all of the watch-alongs people. So you can see it's right there underneath the video. So in regards to the first half, half-time, full-time. Say again?
In the comments.
Yeah, in the comment section. After once the live stream's done,
yeah.
He's like, he'd be doing it.
So you don't have to watch the whole video.
Yeah. So if you want to know, like first goal, for instance, like when Casemiro scored, like that's on there, so you can see what's going on at that point. So yeah, man, large up everyone who's locked in. Big up Warrior J, like I said, all the regular watchers, all the silent watchers, any new people, big up, man. Yeah, Warrior J, the guy, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Warrior J. Like I said, man, just love to everyone, all the Sarcasm citizens. You lot are real ones. I will be reaching out to the members as well in regards to members Q&A because I only did one in August, so I'm gonna do 2 this month. So yeah, well, not 2 this month, but 1 at some point soon anyway. Just to make up for it, people. I just realized the month's closing out. But yeah, I might even do one Friday, actually. But yes, love to everyone that has locked in. And this has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.
Control.